it's Natalie here. Welcome to my channel, Find Joy in the Journey. And happy Friday. I'm out here on my patio. I just got home. I was running errands for the most part of the day and just taking care of business. But while I was out there, I stopped into the Lowe's because I needed a few things. And while I was there, when I'm there, I always check the clearance rack. That's why you see this beautiful zinnias. See that little red mark? That means it's clearanced. So something that was normally $6.48, I paid $4 for it. And okay, just to show you, you see how they have the little brown leaves. This is one I've already cleaned up. Okay, so you see the difference? So I'm gonna do the same. I got 4 of them. I'm gonna do the same to all of them. So just a little snip, snip, clean up those dying leaves, lots of fertilizer, water, put it in some good soil, and they will definitely bounce back. I've done it before. I think we all have done that. If you're a gardener, you hit the clearance rack when you go to Home Depot and Lowe's, look, even Walmart, because they have some real bargains there. I've also found a few other things beautiful. And so I did find that, but the other thing I found on the clearance rack is going to blow your socks off. Okay? I hope you can hear me because I do have the fan on, but I'm trying to keep cool. And a moment. Hydrated. Ice cold water. Ice cold. Okay. While I was there, I always look just to be on the safe side, because sometimes if you look hard enough, you'll find something that you didn't see before. I've always looked for shade cloth instead of having to order it. I like to find things local so I don't have to wait. I can put my hands right on it and get started using it. I was able to find 30% shade cloth, and I have 2 in the garden, and my plants are still stressed. I got advice from a YouTuber who's very experienced, and he was putting up his shade cloth, and he did a video on shade cloth and protecting your plants and how it is necessary, especially if you live in a state that has a real hot climate. Yeah, you will need shade cloth if you're trying to grow any vegetables and fruit. So he's using 40%. I'm using 30, but that's what they had available. Plus, I was just trying it out to see how it would work. And it's providing some protection, but I don't think enough protection, because I still see where my okra plants and my cucumbers are very stressed. So I reached out to him and I asked him about the fact, why are my plants still stressed when I'm using the 30% shade cloth and I feel like I'm doing everything I'm supposed to do. And he said, you need to kind of experiment. Try the different, percentages of UV protection. He said, are you mulching? Mulch, people. Mulch is so important. I'm just learning that, so how important mulch is. Because I would just put me a little thin layer of straw. I love using wheat straw. The only place where I'm actually using like wood mulch is on the banana plants. It just looks like those banana plants are sturdy enough to take that heavy mulch. I feel it's heavy. And I use mulch on the ground around because of the type of fabric that I use on the ground. And anywhere where there's a slope on my ground, and I would water the plants, and I would notice this huge puddle of water that would surround my plants, and it would not absorb. It would just stay there. And I'm like, okay, my plant is just sitting in water. So in that area, I made sure it had enough mulch, so that mulch will help absorb some of that standing water. But other than that, I've never used mulch on my plants. I like using either pine straw or wheat straw. So, like I said, the only place where I'm using actual wood mulch or whatever, wood chips, is over on the banana plants. And it looks great. It's all tropical looking with the big pretty leaves and this mulch on there. Okay, other than that, I'm using wheat straw, but I had sort of a thin layer, and I would rarely freshen up the mulch. So when he said that, he's like, that mulch is important, that it protects the soil. It helps the retain the moisture in the soil when you have at least a 3-inch layer of mulch. So I immediately, after I read that message, I went in there and I mulched everything. I put a thick layer of mulch on everything that I could in there. And I noticed that it does. It makes a difference. Like he said the difference would be night and day. But I think it is time for a stronger or higher percentage of shade cloth. So when I was out and about, I was looking for 40. Couldn't find 40 just around town. So I was ordering it off of Amazon. I finally pulled the trigger and ordered it, I think on the 13th. Today I go to Lowe's and found the same brand, the same name brand shade cloth that I have out there. I think it's called Coolaroo. I found it in 50%. I know that's higher than 40, but I think I'm still in the safe zone with 50%. But wait, there's more. Where you would normally pay probably about $25, $27, I found it on clearance for $5.75. When I tell you they had to hold me back. Man, what are you doing? I'm grabbing every roll I can get. I promise you. I'm joking. I bought 5 though. And there's more. There's more there. I hope it's still there when I go back. So I get more. I just, I have a budget. When I go out there, I know I'm going to spend a certain amount. And I try to stick to what I went for. Every now and again, I find some bargains. I couldn't pass this up. These are zinnias, and they're beautiful. Look at that beautiful color. This was on the clearance rack, like I showed you. Did I show you this one? This is where I've already cleaned it up. Okay? So it looks like this, but I cleaned this one up, so this is what I'm going to have afterward. And also, wait a minute, I got to show you what I got to go with it. How can you tell someone grew up in the 70s and 80s and wore Garanimals? Y'all don't know what Garanimals are? It's these clothes. They used to sell them at the Montgomery Wards, the Sears, and the J.C. Penney's. It's clothes for children. And they came in little easy match sets. They had the bottoms that went with the tops, and they were interchangeable. You could wear this bottom with this top and that top and that top. It was, it was a savings for the parents, and it was easily matched up. So I still have that Garanimo mentality. I match things up, because look at this. I'm not going to even try to pronounce it. I'm just going to put it where you can see it. No judgment. I'm not going to try to pronounce it. It was only $4. But look at that pretty color. And I'm going to match it up with this. Garanimo plants. Isn't that beautiful? I love it. So, I had put marigolds in the front yard in my little solar address sign, but I think I'm gonna either add these to it or just, I hate to do that, but take those marigolds out and put these in there instead. And another thing, I made sure that these plants like a lot of direct sunlight and can withstand that. So that's one thing I was looking for. So to be able to find it on the clearance rack was like, yay! So happy me. So while I was up and I went to get you my little Garanimo plant, I should stop saying it because somebody's gonna be tuning in and go, "What's a Garanimo plant?" They match and set. Okay. This is the Coolaroo shade cloth that I was referring to. Okay, heavy duty shade cloth, and it is the 6x15, and it is, can you see it? Where is it? 50%. This is normally, I guarantee you, about $25, $27. I paid $5.75. I don't know where they had these hidden. But see, they're trying to clear out everything so they can bring in new stock. This roll doesn't even have a speck of dust on it. Okay? Somebody, it didn't mean anything to someone, but it means everything to me. I was like, are you kidding me? When I saw this, I had a brief moment of, oh, 1 second. I had a brief moment of, God, I've already ordered it from Amazon. It's on its way. It's going to be here Sunday. And bam, look what I found. Now, what I ordered from Amazon is 40%. This is 50. But think about it. Wouldn't you rather pay $5.75 for 50% or have something shipped to you that you have to wait for that cost me probably like $18 for a roll like this? I thought I was getting a bargain, right? And it's 40%, but for the cost that I spent I got 5 rolls like this, where I was only purchasing 2 rolls. You know, try to stay within my little budget that I have for gardening. Probably spent about $37, $38 for those 2 rolls, where I got 5 rolls. 5 of 6 by 15. 16 feet by 15 feet. So I apologize for the phone. I should have turned off the ringer. Water break. So I found some other little things too. I found these, I grew these before. And believe it or not, I lost those during the freeze. Not this recent freeze, but there was one before that in 2022. We had a freeze and I lost my mandevillas, and I lost these. I'll show you. I had these, okay, and I liked them. I wanted something that was colorful and wasn't flowery, so I had some like these in the front yard. And like I said, I lost them during the freeze, but so I found these on clearance, so I got some of these too. So I just found, and I'm just digging all the colors, man. I like those colors. Notice I'm in a certain I don't know, this is my color of the season. Look at this. All these kind of peaches and coppery tones and burgundies and maroons and yellows. I don't know what's going on with me. You would think those were my favorite colors. But I just can't wait. After I've cleaned this one up, now I'm really excited about getting to these. Just to kind of show you why I had to hear what I did. You know what to do. I don't have to show you this. Just kind of cut them off, or actually just use my fingers. Right? Now this whole one, this could go. But I kind of just use my fingers and pull them off so I wouldn't damage the plant. And so yeah, that's what I did today. So I got more than I bargained for. I went looking for one thing, and of course it was time for some more biotone. Since I've been planting a lot. Yeah, so I was using quite a bit of biotone. So that starter, that fertilizer for, I don't have it in front of me, but I showed it to you before. And some of you guys are probably using it, so I don't have to show you that. But look, it's looking better already. Just me taking a few snips right in front of me. Okay, let's move all those little dead leaves. And see, they're healthy underneath there. It just needs, see, the people at Lowe's cannot sit there. They have to sell these plants, and there's so many of them. They can't sit here and give it that special attention that we would do, you know? So, look at that. Okay, Okay, so I got 2 ready to go. Alright, so I got 2 more like that. So I'm not going to do it on the camera in front of you, yeah, but yeah, I just think they're beautiful. And like I said, I like the colors. So I'm thinking of putting that in the front yard. I wanted something with a little more color, even though the marigolds that I have out there are very colorful and pretty. I just wanted more. At that time, the only spare plants I had were some marigolds that I had over in the shady corner, and I already have, about about 4 or 5 other marigolds over there. So I'm like, I'll just take these 3, and I wanted to put something out there right then and there. And I hate to do it, but yes, I'm going to move them. If I could fit them, if I could squeeze it, but it's a little tiny garden box. I don't think I can fit all of that in there. And I just prefer this look with these zinnias. So it is called Profusion Red Yellow Bicolor Zinnias. Pretty. I'm gonna go ahead and sign off. I just wanted to hop on and say hi and show you my bargains. And I do have some other little bargains. I found some mandavillas for $4. They're huge. Clearance rack. It is another plant. I'm not gonna go get it, but that was like what, 7, I think. So, but the normal price of it was $39. I got it for 7. Okay, it wasn't even worth $39 in my opinion, even if at its best, in my opinion. I just wouldn't want to pay $40 for that. So I would wait till it go on clearance anyway. If they still, so it was clearance for about $7, I believe. So I got it. Yeah. Right. So I'm gonna go ahead and sign off now. And I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. And if I don't see you tomorrow or Sunday, enjoy your weekend. Look, find joy in your weekend. And I'm going to go continue to find joy in the journey. So I'm going to sign off now. You guys, thank you for tuning in. And remember, if you enjoy my channel, if you enjoy the content, please hit like on the video and comment. I love talking to you guys. And for all my subscribers, thank you for joining me on this journey. And if you are watching and you haven't decided to subscribe, why don't you give it a try? You never know. You may enjoy the journey. You may find joy in the journey with me. Okay? Bye now.